She threatens me too, and she's turning down.
Shit. Starting to think that BG might have turned. I can't find him nowhere.
He ain't in there with you with me.
Wasn't BG that snitch?
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started because there's going to be probably quite a few people that won't be here because this is on not the regular class night, which is going to be Tuesdays. So we got True, Tyra, I'm sorry, and Ariel. You need to put your cameras on when we meet. No? There we go. True Jones and Ariel. Yeah. Ariel, are you there? And then Rollison, okay, you got your camera on. Okay, so Ariel is not responding, so which is one of the reasons we like to have the cameras on. So I'm not saying this young lady's doing that, but this is what we do for attendance. If because someone can simply come on and just go walk away, and that's not the way this works. So in addition, Zoom can give me a report of who's here and all these other things too. So we'll talk about that. In any case, we're going to get started. This is EME 2040, section 502, the online one. I am I'm Dr. David White. I'll tell you about myself in a minute. But we will be normally meeting on Tuesdays, but we won't be meeting every week. So I have 3 sections of this class. Okay. I have a section 001, 002, and you guys 502. So I'm not going to do a lecture every week, 3 times a week. I will do 1 lecture for 1 class. The other 2 classes will get a video of that lecture. So we'll be live every 3 weeks. So let me tell you how, let me unpack and break it down, all those other buzzwords. Next Monday, I will be doing an online lecture for the 001 class. You guys in 002 will get that video. Okay. The following week, I'll be doing a live lecture for 002, 001, and you guys will get that lecture video. The following week after that, I will do live with you guys. You following me? So we'll be meeting every 3 weeks. So our next meeting, live meeting, will be, let's see, I think the 18th, or the 18th. But I will let you know well in advance when we're going to be meeting. So I'll make it excruciatingly clear to you when we will meet. Okay. I met this week on Thursday because I wanted to give you guys time to read the syllabus, and I'm happy to see that a little bit over half the class is here. So I see some people popping in. You need to put your cameras on, the people that came in. Okay. We need to see your smiling faces. Okay.
Professor, would you mind speaking up just a little bit louder?
Okay. I can hop up my mic, Annie. Okay. Yeah, I'll get going here. I'll get louder as we go on. With that said, let me tell you about myself, so you know where you're going. I'm going to share my screen here. So this again is EME 2040. I think you can see my ugly mug in the corner there. Yeah, there. Okay. Yeah, my last name's White, and I'm a white guy, and I work at HBCU. Yeah. So but to throw another monkey wrench in there, I am married to this lovely woman. It was my wife, Patience, and she needs it with me, let me tell you. And
you funny.
Yeah, I know. I'm a riot. So my wife is originally from Nigeria. She's been in this country for well over 25 years, has her citizenship and all that stuff a long time ago. She has 2 master's degree and she's working on her PhD. She's a brilliant woman. And we have been together for 7 years now. So she's my heart and soul and my life. So just break the ice here a little bit. That was me when I was about maybe 12, 13. Professors were kids too. So I wanted to be the next rock star guitarist. That was my goal in life. Unfortunately, that did not happen. So after a few years of drifting around after high school, I started getting into education and teaching a little bit. So I've been teaching for a long time, well over 30 some years. So I got all my degrees at the Ohio State University. Grew up in Columbus, Ohio. While I was in graduate school, I worked for the football team, the Ohio State Buckeyes, and was there when we won the national championship in 2002, and did a lot of really cool stuff with the team. And when it was all over, said and done, I got my national championship ring for the work I did with that team in 2002. Along with a ton of other junk that you get from just being on the team. Whatever the players got, we got. So after that, I started teaching. I landed this job in 2008, so I've been here. This will be my 14th year here. Along that line, I became a distinguished professor, And distinction among professors is really through your professional organizations. So if you've heard of, someone being distinguished, it's usually through their professional organization. I was honored with this in 2018 from the International Technology and Engineering Educators Association. So I'm just trying to tell you, you're in sort of kind of good hands. I've been doing this a while, and I've, got some accolades and honors and so forth. I've been on magazine covers. I've written, I've published. I've written a lot of grants. This summer, I wrote a little bitty baby one for $175,000, but earlier in this, at the end of the spring semester, I was on a $3.5 million one. So I've been around doing stuff here at FAMU. I'm trying to earn my keep. I do a lot with STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And I do a lot of work with NASA. I used to be down at Cape Kennedy a lot, but I haven't been down there for a while because of the pandemic. But I take students there for summer STEM institutes. This was Space Day last year. I took my STEM students there, and we met Commander Eileen Collins, who's a retired NASA astronaut, and Colonel Collins, I'm sorry. She was the first female test pilot in the military and the first female commander of the space shuttle. Such a sweet lady. I've met her a few times. She's really nice. This poster behind this young lady, it's a poster on a pedestal. Colonel Collins actually signed that for me and my STEM students, and she actually brought it to FAMU to give to me. It's hanging up in secondary education and Gore on the 3rd floor, if you ever see that. And she knows the importance of STEM, and she's totally knows the importance of STEM for minority females. So we've had a few discussions. So, I'm just trying to tell you, I'm a little keyed in with people and gonna, do stuff. And I'm doing a lot of stuff with NASA that's gonna hopefully help a lot of kids. And it's really great that we have the FAMU Developmental Research School, because anything I want to do, I pilot down there and get those kids involved. So I do a lot of stuff. One of the other things I do is VEX Robotics, which is a tournament for middle and high school students. I'm a coordinator, event coordinator for our annual tournament that we have. And this year would have been our 5th one, except we were not going to have it because of the pandemic, unfortunately. So this is a really cool robotics tournament, and we get students from all over Florida, South Georgia. This is one of President Robinson's favorite things to come to. He and his wife have come to all of our things, as well as Provost Eddington. But Dr. Robinson is a scientist. He is a STEM geek like me, and he loves coming here. And he'll sit in the stands if he has a time for a couple hours to watch this stuff. So that's always a good thing. Now, I wanted to be the next rock star, but I wasn't going to be that. But I still practice every day. I still play every day. This is a picture of me in Atlanta at a music store. My wife calls this my candy store, because I generally buy something when I'm there. I like, whenever I travel, I go on guitar safari, where I go to pawn shops and small out-of-the-place music shops, see if I can find something. These are some of my guitars. I have probably 18 guitars. But this summer, one of the things I got into that is kind of related to this class a little bit is 3D printing. Your book will talk about 3D printing. We'll talk about 3D printing. Started doing a lot of 3D printing this summer. I had a 3D printer from a grant, and it really was collecting dust. And I was seeing that people were printing masks and shields and stuff. So I started doing that. I made a bunch of them and gave them to people in healthcare. My wife's in healthcare. So I gave her and a lot of her colleagues and a lot of her clients masks. I gave some to the hospital, both the hospitals and stuff. But I also started printing 3D guitars. So these are my two FAMU Fenders that I'm working on now. They're all, I print out separate parts, and I've got to glue them together, and I'll put a neck on them and so forth. This is my Les Paul copy that I'm still working on. I've at least got some hardware on. And then my beautiful wife agreed to model one of my masks for her that I made. So she's a trooper and puts up with my stuff. So that is me and what I'm about. Now, you guys are going to do this too, okay, eventually. And I'm not sure how we're going to do this as far as if I'm going to have you do it in a discussion board or live and in class. But think about it. You're going to have to do some type of PowerPoint introduction about yourself. And I'll have criteria for it, but basically, who you are, where you're from, what do you like to do, where do you see yourself, when you get your degree, all that type of thing. So, and anything else you want to put in. So, I see some more people have popped in. Please turn on your cameras, people that popped in a little bit late, so we can see you. So I asked y'all to look at the syllabus, and we're going to briefly go over the syllabus. I'm just going to hit the highlights, and then we're going to do a little thing about how teachers get books for online. And then I'll go over module 1, and then we'll call it a night. I realize that a lot of you are not education majors, and I have to tell you that this is a education class. You can see behind me, I can't get my thing. It do say College of Education, okay? So in the College of Education, we produce teachers. So we teach all our classes as if you're going to be a teacher, and this one is no different. So now don't freak out, because I've taught this class what seems like 100 times, and a lot of the students I get, this is called a service course. So a lot of students come in from all over the university. I'm sure I have social science people, I have journalism people, I have criminal justice people, I have all kinds of different people in here. And that's fine. You'll all get through this, no problem. You'll be just fine. This is a relatively easy class, but you have to do your work, okay? You can't let things slide. So we'll talk about that as we go on. We got some chatting going on. Okay, so Ms. Ross, and that's fine. You do what you need to do. So let's take a quick look. I'm going to share the screen again. Take a quick look at the syllabus. Get in the correct class here. Now, we integrated from Blackboard to Canvas, as you know. So for you guys, I'm not sure how much of a difficult migration that was, but for professors, it was a pain in the butt because we had to rebuild our courses, and particularly this course that I've been doing for a long time. I had everything pretty much set as what I wanted to do. So I was able to really get this stuff together pretty quickly. Even getting these cool animated GIFs and the course window panes, these are called. So you guys got this one. Again, I'm teaching 3 sections, 001, 002, and 502. And I'm also teaching a graduate course called Trends and Issues in Educational Technology, which is kind of on the same page that you guys are doing. So when we open up yours, I'm sure you've all seen this, and this is apt to change. I'm fooling around with buttons and stuff and how I want to do this. But let's take a quick look at the syllabus. Again, I'm not going to go over the entire syllabus, so I'm just going to hit some highlights real quick. So this, and I like that this pops up. Some of these pop up inside Canvas. Some of them will take you outside. I like the ones that pop up. They're there, and I can go full screen with them. Again, okay, so the biggest thing is the instructor reserves the right to make periodic adjustments to the syllabus as required. So once in a while, I'll tweak something, but I'll let you know. This is the book that we'll talk about, and then I got a whole link to that. COE students, there are a couple in here. Teacher education students, I think there's some health, leisure, and fitness. You're not teacher education, so this won't apply to you. And I'll let the people know that need to do this to get TaskStream to when they need to get it. But I'll tell you why we get it in the College of Ed, and that's because this is our assessment tool for our students. All colleges and universities are accredited by somebody. The college as a whole is accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, SACS. But usually colleges are too, and we're no different. We're accredited by a thing called CAEP, CAEP, and it's the Council for Education Preparation, something or other, I can't remember. We used to be NCAEP. So we have to give them reports, and so we have to get data, and we use TaskStream to do that. So we'll talk about that. Holy mackerel, I think I put the wrong syllabus in because it's saying spring 2020. That's wrong, and there's going to be some bumps in here. I do have office hours, okay, and this link here is my personal meeting room, and it's what I use for everything. So office hours here, getting into any of our classes, this is the link you'll use. But I'm online every day except Friday from 11 to 12. So, and if you need to, if those aren't going to work for you and you desperately need to speak to me about something and you want to do it on Zoom, email me within a couple hours and I should be able to. I've had students email me and I'm right on with them. So I don't really like to go out that much, so I'm generally home so I can get on if it's during business hours. So I just want to hit that one home. You can try calling my phone at the office. I check that once a month maybe because no one calls it anymore. It's best to email me or contact me through Canvas. And I generally will get back to you really quick. I'm not going to go through all this stuff. The one thing we do for TaskStream though is key task assignments. So we have 2 of them that people with TaskStream have to put into TaskStream. Everybody does this. So we'll have a group activity. And I have to put this stuff in the syllabus. You're like, whatever. And the other one is a lesson plan, and you guys will be doing a lesson plan. Now, don't freak out, say, oh my God, I got to write a lesson plan. It's what this class is about, is how technology works in education and how we can use technology in education to help us. So pretty much all the assignments you're gonna do are gonna be pieces of a lesson plan that will eventually help you write your lesson plan. We don't have midterm, we don't have a final in this class. Okay, your final will be your lesson plan. Okay, and you'll have it 80% done by the time you start to work on it at the end of the semester. Okay, just because of the assignments that we're doing. You'll have it 80% done, and the 20% that you have to do is really easy. So don't freak out, my non-education students, saying, a lesson plan, oh my God, no, you're going to be just fine. Okay, you're going to be just fine. All right. And then all this, teaching methods. Again, it's your responsibility to participate in the activities. So the Zoom activities, it's your responsibility. And I will be taking attendance. Tonight's the only night I am not taking attendance because of the day thing. And it's also your responsibility to check all your FAMU mail associated with FASMU. That's the other college. You didn't know about FASMU? No, that's a typo. Smile, guy. I'm not seeing any laughing here, guys. Come on. Those are the jokes. Let's go. I know it's 5:30. I know it's 5:30 and all. Come on now. All right. So, obviously, you're going to need internet access to Canvas, webcam, microphone. Now, this is one I really want to hit home. You will not be able to do this course on a phone. Okay. And some students do courses on their phone, which is foreign to me, the old man here. You know, I couldn't even begin to fathom to do a course on my phone, but some do. This one you really can't. There's too much stuff going on. With that said, you need to have a viable computer or laptop. So if you don't have one and you need one, we will get one for you. We'll figure out how to get you one. Okay. Even though you're in the college, you may not be in the College of Education. If you let us know, we will figure out with whoever your college is to get you one. So no judgment, no anything. We just need to get this done. So I need to know immediately if this is going to be an issue for you so we can get this taken care of. Okay.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Is it a laptop that needs, well, I mean, I've been doing Zoom on my phone, but as far as like your course itself, is it a laptop that needs a webcam on it?
No.
Okay.
No, you can Zoom. The only thing you would need a camera for is for the Zoom. So if you have a laptop that doesn't have a camera, that's fine. You can still do your work on that. Okay, good question. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That is a very good question. I used to do GroupMe. I'm not doing that anymore. So essentially, the only Facebook account, I have extra credit opportunities, and you'll need Facebook to do that, to do the extra credit. So that one's kind of the GroupMe, no. Facebook, sorta. iTunes, yes, because we will be doing a group project that involves apps, and I only accept iTunes apps, Apple apps. So because it's just easier to do. So iTunes account doesn't cost you any money, and we'll go through that when the time comes. This is all how you need to be on Canvas and how to get there. I think everybody in this class was on Canvas. I think I took off all the attendance holds for this class. because everybody had got on. So you were doing stuff. Dispositions, okay.
I have a question
Yes.
for the iTunes thing.
Uh-huh.
I have an Android, and my Android doesn't have iTunes. Would that be a problem?
No, because you can do it. You can get on iTunes with your computer.
Yeah, I could do that too.
Mm-hmm. So that won't be a problem. Yeah.
I also have a question. So we meet every third, every third week, basically. Every Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Every Tuesday. Sorry.
Tuesday? Okay.
Yeah, because this class is generally on Tuesday nights.
Okay.
I did this one, and I regret doing it now. But I wanted to give you time to read the syllabus, you know. So I actually regret doing this on Thursday. No, we will meet on Tuesdays.
I have a question.
They will not be 3-hour sessions, okay? There'll be enough for me to do a lecture, and my lectures usually last about 30 to 40 minutes. So. Yeah, Sue had a question?
Yes, I have a question. Just to be clear, because I'm just a little bit confused.
That's okay.
So we're meeting every 3 weeks? Is that what you said?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'm going to go over that. I don't know if you came in late or not, but
Yeah.
the reason for that is I'm teaching 3 sections of this class. I have 3 different classes all doing this. So I have a section 001, 002, and you guys are 502. So instead of me doing 3 of the same lecture once a week, I'm just going to do 1 lecture. Next Monday, my 001 class will meet. Okay, they have to be online. They'll be doing the Zoom lecture. I'm going to record that lecture. Okay, so the 002 class and the 502, you guys will get that recording. That's what you need to watch. Okay, the week after that, I'll be doing the live Zoom class with 002 and recording it. So 001 and you guys will watch the video. The third week, you guys will be on, and I'll be doing the live lecture with you guys, and then 001 and 002 will get the video lectures.
So for clarification, for the people in the back, we're not meeting next Tuesday, right?
No.
Okay.
No, we won't be meeting for 3 weeks, or whatever date it is down the road. Okay. And again, I will let you know. Believe me, you will know. I will send out emails through your family emails. I'll be sending announcements in the Canvas and sending you communications through Canvas. Okay.
All right, that's what's up. I was just about to ask that.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know. This ain't no ambush thing where you're like, hey, you're gonna know. Okay, you will know. Okay. So all you really need to do is check the homepage, because if you saw the homepage for Canvas this week, it told you there was a meeting tonight, right? And it had the link to it. So it's going to be right there, when the next meeting will be. I haven't had a chance to do the calendar, because I'll sit down and do it all and have it all ready, but I just haven't had time to do it. Because it's the first week of class for you, and it's first week of class for professors, and we're all, kind of bumping into each other right now virtually. Okay. Back to this dispositions. In the College of Education, we also, through TaskStream, we talk a lot about what are called KSD, knowledge, skills, and dispositions. So dispositions are really how you behave as a student. So we, in the College of Ed, really look at that, and whether you're a College of Ed student or not, you're in one of our classes, so this will apply to you. We expect you to be respectful, have ethical behavior, reflective behavior, all these types of things. With that said, I do believe in what's called reflective learning. So all of your projects that you do, you will have to write a reflective statement about. That's the only writing you will be doing. We will not have research papers and things of that nature. You're going to do a project and you're going to tell me what you think about it. And I want to know what you think, not what you think I want you to think. Okay, I want to know what you think. Okay, so next week, your first assignment in Module 2 will be to do a article reflection. I'll have an article about COVID and educational technology. You'll read it and you'll write a paragraph about what you thought of it. Okay. And Dr. White's paragraphs are at least 6 sentences. And we'll talk about that too. Because some people have a problem with that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So these articles and short responses we're going to do on these articles, do we get penalized for putting our own personal thoughts into it?
No, that's what I want.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, I want to know what you think. I want to know what you personally.
You post these articles, or do we have to find these articles?
No. I will find the article for you.
Oh, okay.
I'll have it all set up. Believe me, you're gonna. This is pretty tight the way I have this done. You don't. All you're gonna have to do is go in Canvas and hit that button, and everything's gonna be really well laid out for you. I'm a pretty good.
What's up?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Do what now?
I say that is perfect.
Yeah. No, you're not gonna have. We're not splitting atoms here, guys. This is educational technology, so you're going to get through this just fine. Again, if you keep up with your work, you're going to, I have no problem giving every single person in here an A, and I've done it before. I've given A's or, several of my classes, A's and B's, all A's and B's, okay? You just got to keep up with your work, because once a module opens, you get a week to do it, and then it shuts down, and it's there no more. So you can't do it. And I'm pretty good about grading and letting you know how you're doing and all that other stuff. So, okay, attendance and participation. Again, when we meet, you're expected to be there. Okay. And I'm not going to go over that. And you need to have your cameras on. There's still probably a few here who don't have their cameras on. Like Howard and D. See this? I don't know if you can see this D. All right, I don't know who that is, and I can't have that because I can't even identify who you are. It just says D. So you need to put your camera on, and you need to tell me what your name is. So because the next time something like that, I'm not trying to, and there may be a reason for this, and that's fine. I just need to know. But the next time these type of things where I can't identify you, you will be absent. Even if you're here, you're still going to be absent, okay? And that's just something we have to do, because periodically my administrators want to see my Zoom meetings, and they want to see that everybody's there and participating. And the last thing in this world this old man needs is to have an administrator giving me stuff about this type of thing. So please you're going to need to do that, okay? All right.
Professor, I have one more question.
Ask away. That's why we're here.
Since you said you're not taking roll call, would it still be holds in our account?
What do you mean? No, I've taken all your holds off.
Okay, just checking. All right, appreciate that.
Today, in this class, what I did was I looked in Canvas and saw that you guys had logged in some way, shape, or form. Some of you didn't spend any time in it, but you did log in and look at it. So I considered that attending, so I took all the attendance holds off today for this class. There were a couple that didn't in the other classes, but this class, I believe I took everybody off. If I didn't take yours off, for some reason, let me know, and I'll put it on. Okay.
Appreciate it.
The class etiquette, again, respect others and their opinions. We will be doing some discussion board stuff in here. We will be, when we are online, you know, I'm doing most of the talking tonight, but there's going to be other times where you guys are going to be doing a lot of talking. You know, just be nice, play nice. Okay, you know all this stuff is no big deal. Dropping the course. Okay, again, I have 3 sections of this class, all with about 24 people in it. So, you know, I'm getting up into the 75 students. Okay, all doing the same thing. 2 or 3 of you, I don't know who, maybe someone in this room, maybe not, but 2 or 3 out of that 75 would just stop coming. I've had ones that just, they signed up and then they did nothing the entire semester. I send them emails, I send their advisors emails, and they do, you know, they just fall off the radar, completely off the radar. All I can say is, if you are not going to be in this class anymore, you need to drop the class. You need to end the class, or you will get an F. And I've had to give, you know, generally, I usually teach 2 or 3 sections of this class. I've flunked at least 1 or 2 people a semester just because they didn't drop the class. Okay. With that said, too, this is not a class where you can make stuff up at the end. Okay. You can't get me at the end of the semester and say, oh, Dr. White, and you hadn't done anything. I say, oh, Dr. White, I need to make this up. I'm graduating. I've got to get it. Well, you should have thought about that before you decided not to do anything. So there's no senioritis in this class. I've got a vaccine for that. You get, okay. We don't do senioritis in this class. You do your work, and that's the way it is. Now, with that, and I don't do incompletes unless it's like an excruciatingly really good excuse as to why you were not getting your work done. And believe me, with incompletes, you would have to have had a C average in order for me to give you an incomplete anyway. So you would have to be doing stuff. I understand that stuff happens. Okay, I understand stuff happens. I had a young lady this summer who had COVID. She was in the hospital. Okay, she was in the hospital. Thank the good Lord she survived, but she was she was almost more concerned with her schoolwork than she was with her illness, because she was emailing me, she was emailing her other professors saying this, and we were like, hey, don't worry about school. We'll take care of that when you're done, you know? So she got done. She was finally released from the hospital, and again, praise the good Lord that she's okay. But then she made up her work, and I didn't have to give her an incomplete. I would have very easily given her an incomplete for that. I understand things happen, not just COVID, with my students, and I appreciate it. But you have to appreciate that, you know, you're in college, so you've got to let us know. You've got to let us know that something's going on. Okay, waiting until the end of the semester is not the time to do it. Because if you started not participating at the end of September, and then you come back to me in December and say, hey, you know, all this stuff was going on. Well, I'm sorry. You should have been telling me about it in September, not in December. So I'm sorry I'm harping on this, but I think you'll understand what I'm saying. Okay. Let us know. I will bend over backwards to help you if you're having an issue. Okay. I have no problem with that. And I think some professors won't. I'm not one of those professors. I will help as much as I possibly can to get you on track. but you have the responsibility to let me know what's going on. Okay, I'm going to get off of that. Plagiarism, again, you're not going to be writing papers, so I don't worry about plagiarism, although we will be doing a plagiarism workshop where I'm going to allow you to plagiarize your brains out. Okay, and we're going to see how this new Canvas works as far as detecting plagiarism. We're going to do a little experiment. Okay, so you're going to be able to tell your friends, yeah, my professor said to plagiarize a paper and turn it in, because we're going to generate the report. We're going to see what's going on with it. Okay, so that's down the road. Non-discrimination, if you feel you're discriminated in any way, shape, or form, you need to let someone know. You can start with me if you want to. If you can go to your dean, you can go to the provost. But please, if you feel that way, say something about it. Don't be silent. ADA compliance, again, if you have any type of disability and you need extra time with quizzes or other things, you need to let them know within the first 2 weeks of class, okay? And that's CEDAR, which is a Center for Disability Access and Resources, CDAR, they call it, okay? And the phone number is there. Real quick, all this stuff, 12 quizzes are 15 points each, so that's wrong. The big lesson plan's 200 big points. We have unit projects. You're gonna get exposed to one tonight for 50 points, the easiest 50 points you've ever made in your life. Okay, you have a final project presentation. You'll have 3 extra credit opportunities for 15 points. So if you bomb a quiz or miss one or whatever, you can make it up with extra credit. The participation is there. Task stream for COE students. I used to do a course wiki in Blackboard. Blackboard had a really good way to do a course wiki, but I'm not sure if Canvas does. So we're going to be doing some type of electric something or other, either be a website, web page, or a wiki, or a blog, or something. We will be doing that. I just have not figured that out yet, but I will let you know. Okay. So that is the potential course total. Excuse me. Again, all this stuff, there are no makeups though for assignments and quizzes on specific due dates. So generally the way this works is I will give you, since this is a online class and it's on a 1 day only instead of 2 or 3, I will give you everything you need to know on Tuesdays, whether it's live or videotape, including your assignment. It's due the following Tuesday. Okay, you get 1 week to get everything done. And again, this is a relatively easy course. That is ample time to get what you need to get done. You know, you maybe going to devote a half an hour to this class a week, so maybe a little bit more, but I doubt it. If you don't do it, you know, we're moving on. You get a 0, we're moving on. So I just can't stress that you need to keep up. That's one of the hardest parts of this class, is keeping up. Stuff's easy to do. Again, task stream, we'll talk about that. These are my responsibilities. They are yours. The biggest one is ask questions or concerns. I'm not going to, I want to hear what you have to say because, I am truly not infallible. I screw up all the time. So, you need to call me out. If you see something you don't think is right, you need to call me out. Okay. And we'll answer the question. We already happened twice tonight. So, it's a good thing. There's a tentative course calendar, and these are relevant university days. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so when I come here to people, this is how I can see that you're all here and everybody has logged on except one person that just got in the class. So actually 2 people that just got into the class. So, but I can see, and I'm kind of jumping around here so you can't see your ID numbers, but this is how I take attendance or see that you're working. Now, even though people came in, some didn't like do anything, but that's okay. Let's get out of here. Okay. So this says first class meeting is Thursday. I will put, this is the home page. You've all seen it. I will put here when the next meeting will be. And again, it'll always be this link. My Zoom doesn't generate different links. This is my personal meeting room in Zoom. So even if you forgot, my office hours from 11 to 12, you can come in here, even though this says meeting here, you can click on this, it's still going to take you to me at my office hours. Okay. All right. The week 1 module. Oh, wait a minute. I wanted to do a poll. I need to get out of here. Eek. So I'm going to do my little poll. Do you have a viable computer or laptop to do your work? So the other thing polls tell me are who's paying attention and who's here. So we have 14 people, 2 people aren't answering. So, okay, so I'm going to end the poll, and then I share the results. You should be able to see this now. So I think we're all okay on that front. All right, let me do this share screen again. So the week 1 module is here, and this is where they'll all be. When you click home and click these buttons, it's always going to take you here to modules. So you'll see some other stuff in there. You guys don't see all this stuff, but these are all the modules that I imported from Blackboard. So everything is there. I just haven't turned them on. I haven't published them yet. So you won't see them, but you will see them on the specific weeks. And everything is there. How to do everything is in these modules. So there's not going to be a whole lot of questions about what's going on. Other than like the video lectures, these are old video lectures that I did. I will be replacing these with the Zoom meetings. On down the line here, okay, all the way to extra credit, which you can't see yet, and all this other stuff. So for this week, you're going to be doing a course survey. You're going to get 50 points just for doing this, just for clicking on this button and taking this survey, which is basically saying, I understand the syllabus and as explained to me by Dr. White. I understand online remote learning environments. My responsibility to act on communications provided by Dr. White. I understand the attendance policy. I understand I need to get the book. I understand it's my responsibility to drop the course by November 6th. And I understand I need to get an excused absence form from my dean of my college if I'm not going to be at a specific Zoom meeting. Okay, I don't handle absences. The university is making students go to their dean's office and get official absence forms. So you'll have to email your dean, wherever that is. And then by putting my name and family ID in the box, I affirm I understand, hit done, and I will give you 50 points for that. Okay, it's just that simple. And you should do it, like, if you can do it tonight, do it, get it done. Because some people will say, oh, I'm going to do it, and then they forget about it and then let it go. And then I've got to yell at people for not doing this. It's really easy 50 points. Okay, the next one is this is the video lecture for chapter 1. That's not on Zoom. This is one I did. This is a canned one. So,
Okay, this is chapter 1.
blah, 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 blah.
I'm gonna blast through this.
How do I get out of
A
here?
lot of the stuff you know.
Okay. So this is the way your video lectures will look. Okay, I'll put them in the YouTube and I'll pop them in there, and you'll go from there. Okay. And then you have a quiz, and that's the last thing we're going to talk about is quizzes. So it's ready to go. Now, how does a professor, I know a lot of you aren't going to be teachers, but how do you think teachers get textbooks for their class? Do you think someone gives them, mandates, this is the textbook you're going to use or whatever? It's really not. It's really up to the teacher, even in K through 12. And it's up to the professors as well. They might be asked that, this might be the book you might want to use, but it's really your call. So how do we find textbooks? I'll do this really, really, really quick. I could do a Google search on educational technology, but the biggest person, people that do education textbooks is Pearson, and I'm sure you've all heard of Pearson Publishing. So if I go to pearson.com, so we go to Pearson Higher Ed. I might go, there we go. It actually did. And I want to look at books and stuff. I'll just go to, and I want to find one for this class. We already have one, but I want this, theoretically, I want to find one for this class. So I as a professor, will look at the subject catalog, and they have all this stuff here. I'm going to go here to professional career and education. And this is all kind of the tenets of education. We're in instructional technology. And they've got subcategories for that. We're going to go into instructional media and technology. And it'll give me some books to look at. So what I want to do when I look at a book that I might want is I want to, number one, look at the date. How old is it? We got some from 12, 13, 14, 18. We used to use this book in this class, but we don't. We use another one. So I'm going to say, I want to look at the class. Now, this is the book I use for my graduate class. So we'll look at that. The one thing I want to look at first, cursory look, is the date. How old is it? I don't want old stuff, particularly when it's dealing with technology. This is only a year old. I also want to see what they're going to give me as an educator. Like, are they going to give me PowerPoints? Are they going to give me a test bank so I don't have to write all the quizzes and stuff? So I'm going to look at the instructor resources. So when I click here, I'm going to see that, yes, they have a resource manual and a test bank that's on PDF, but I don't want a PDF test bank. I want one that can be integrated into a learning management system such as Canvas or Blackboard. So they do have the PowerPoints. They have PowerPoints for all the chapters. Very good. Then I have to spend my time writing PowerPoints. It's not that I'm lazy and don't want to do it, but I don't want to do it. It's very time consuming and tedious. But, and if I'm having them do it, I can focus on other stuff. It's not that I'm lazy. It's just, time's a factor in our lives, and I've got, other things I could be doing. Then they have actually the test banks. So they have a test bank for Canvas, Desire to Learn, which is another learning management system, Moodle, Saki, and Blackboard. So they have these test banks that I can import into your course shell. So I've done that. So when I go to, let's take a look at Blackboard real quick. This is a Blackboard for the summer. This is the last time I used Blackboard. We had to go to Canvas, all right? But you can see, you've all been in Blackboard, you know, all this stuff is here in this menu, kind of like Canvas, and all the modules are here. So here's the week 1 module. When I click on that, blah, 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 I was going to have you start to make the wiki, but we're going to go another direction. But let's say module 4, for example, okay? You're going to watch the video and take the quiz. Here's the PowerPoint with links. Here's the video lectures. This one I did in class, so there's 2 parts of it. And then this is your assignment for the week. And this is what you guys will be doing down the road here. Remember, this is the 4th week of class, not now. So in there, you'll have all this stuff. I have it all laid out for you, what you need to do. And this looks like a lot of stuff, but it's really not. This one is actually involved a little bit because you're going to do a learning styles assessment. So this one is actually laid out a bit. You're going to have a couple of these once in a while, but this one's not that bad. So how do I get, I've got all this content. Do I need to rewrite all this and put it in Canvas? No, it can't. Canvas will take my Blackboard stuff. When I go down here to packages and utilities, which you can't see in your stuff, I hit export. I can export everything from this course. Homepage, syllabus, task stream stuff, calendars, the modules, lesson plan resources, extra credit, all this stuff I can take over to Canvas, and I did, including the test surveys and pools, which I downloaded previously from the Pearson website into Blackboard. But so I hit submit. It gives me a zip file. I shoot over to Canvas, and I hit import existing content. I'm going fast because I know y'all want to leave. So, and then I just hit import Blackboard zip, and I look for it, and I can hit specific content. So if I didn't want everything in there, and I hit import, and I've done that a couple times. So everything is there now. So the modules are there. When I click on modules, again, you guys won't see this. I've only got week 1 published, but they're all here just like you saw in Blackboard. Everything's there. And we looked at week 4. All that stuff is there. And that learning assessment style stuff is there, okay? So all this is tight now, and I've got everything down pat so that all you got to do is come in these modules. The weeks you're not live, you'll watch the video lecture. You'll have a quiz, and the quiz is already done. I didn't have to rewrite these quizzes. It's all done for me through technology. So this is kind of the crux of this course. How are we using technology in an educational setting to make us work smarter, not harder? Okay, so, and this will transcend to other, majors, just the logical progression of doing things, okay? So when I go to quizzes, if I wanted to write a new quiz, I have the test bank that has all the questions for all the chapters in it. And if I wanted to make a new quiz, which I don't have to do now because it's all done for me, I could hit questions and find questions, and they're all there for me now for this book. Everything is there for every chapter. I can pick from all these questions: true, false, multiple choice, matching, essay, short answer. All your questions will be multiple choice. You'll have 15 multiple choice questions. Okay. So with that said, since I know you haven't had time to get the book, and this is one of the reasons why you're here tonight, because I always throw out extra stuff that other people that aren't here are not gonna know. I don't care what you get on this week's quiz, I'll give you the 15 points, okay? I just want you to go in and read watch the video and take the quiz. And I don't care, this is a really short video too. This is only like 15, 20 minutes, so it's not a long one. And then take the quiz. It doesn't matter what you get on the quiz. You don't have your book, so and I showed you how I made quizzes and all that. So I don't care if you get a 1, as long as you opened it up and started, I will give you your full points. So that's all that's happening this week. Do the survey, do the video lecture, and take the quiz. The last thing for tonight is, how do I get the book? These other things we'll discuss, the university calendar here, and lesson plans, task and codes, we'll talk about another day. To get the book, did I not link this thing? Oh my heavens. I thought I linked it, hang on. By golly, I didn't link it. Let me link that baby up.
Professor, with the PowerPoint introduction, is that going to be due this week or next week, or are you just going to announce?
I'll make an announcement.
All right, just checking.
Yeah, you got what you need in module 1. I might put that in module 2. Blah, 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 blah. I need to put this in here, and I will do this. For some reason, I didn't do this for this class. I'm very disappointed in myself. But I will get that link going here right after class. So we're going to look at another class real quick where the link will be working. Yours will be working here momentarily. I just don't want to hold you up while I do it, because it's going to take a quick second. When you click on get the book, it will take you to, you can get it online from Pearson. This will take you to their website, and you can get it for $29.95. It's a rental online thing, and I think you get a 180-day rental for it. Or you can go to the bookstore. So I'm still dealing with this thing. Or you can go to the FAMU bookstore, and sometimes this will happen. Sometimes websites will not open in Canvas, so you can either open it in a new window, and sometimes you can click this little icon right here, and it will take you to the web page. So for this one, you're in fall. This is the bookstore, FAMU bookstore. You're in EME. Whoop. You're in 2040E, and you're in 502. So you will click that, and you have this. So they have different formats. You can buy it, rented, used, whatever. Buy digital. See, they're charging you $29.99 to rent it digitally through them, so you can, use your book vouchers to get the book digitally through them. Okay. For some reason, TaskStream is not in here for you guys. It should be, but I'm going to look to see what students are COE students that need to get TaskStream. You can get TaskStream through the website, through the bookstore as well. Okay. So that was the last thing. I know I went a little bit over, 10 minutes over. I wanted to get out of here at 6:30, but that is it for the night. Again, I will get this link. Oh, and you don't have to buy the textbook this way at all either. Okay. You just need to get the textbook. So if you can get it for $5 on, Textbooks or Us or whatever, that's fine. Just make sure you get the right version. Okay. The right one, because it has to be this one, which is the 3rd edition of Transforming Learning with New Technology. It has to be the 3rd edition. Okay. So I don't care where you buy it or how you get it, just make sure it's the right one so we're all on the same page. All right, any questions? All right, I'm very, yes, ma'am.
So this is something I'm a little bit about. The code for this class, when I registered for this class, it had an E at the end, and it said it was like an online internet class, meaning
Yeah.
I wasn't assuming that we'd be meeting on Zoom.
Okay, someone else wrote that to me. I got to tell you about online classes. Okay, just because it's online does not mean you don't meet. Okay, online classes can be either asynchronous or synchronous. Synchronous meaning that there's some online classes where they meet every week. Okay, synchronous meaning live, asynchronous meaning not live, where they do stuff at your own pace. I'm kind of hybriding that, some meetings, some not. So there's really no set rules for online classes or remote or anything like that. It's truly up to the professor. And in the College of Ed, they want us to meet, whether it's online or remote. So yeah, we're going to be meeting from time to time. But I want, that seems to be a kind of an ongoing theme, that just because it's online, it's like all asynchronous and you move at your own pace. That's not the way it is.
Yeah, that was my only confusion, because I hadn't, like, all my online classes have always been like strictly online. So I like scheduled my schedule to where I wouldn't have to be like in class on Tuesdays. So I'll just have to make some adjustments. Bye.
Yeah, all classes are online, and we are online now. So, but yeah, it's really dependent on the professor of how,
Okay.
it's our call of how we want to teach it. And this one needs some, meeting time a little bit here and there. So, but thank you for that question. I hope, that clears it up. Any other questions? All right, you can always email me. It's on the syllabus, david.white, or you can get through me through the group or through the Canvas inbox. I will post announcements too. I had a student today. I posted an announcement in here, I think, about the PPE. Did some of you guys see that? I think today was the last day for you to get for the university to give you your PPE. But some students thought it was happening during class time. I'm like, no. When I put announcements on, I'm just putting on information generally from the university. I'll put announcements on specific to this course, but most of the announcements are stuff I see on FAMU info or COE info or something like that I want to make sure you guys are seeing. So one last thing.
I have one question about the announcement you make with the PD, whatever it was, kits. Or is that necessary for us? Because I completely forgot all about it, honestly, to pick it up.
Well, I mean, it's not like required for this class, but I mean, it's just a service the university is providing to all the students. You don't have to do it. It was just something they were doing to give you guys for free, is my understanding. If you're, I don't know if anybody's doing, actually going to be on campus doing face-to-face classes. I know some of you are here in Tallahassee. I know a lot of you aren't. But they want to make sure that you had the opportunity to get the PPE if you needed it. Okay. So, and I'm sure they're going to extend that a little bit. I don't know why they're being so rigid about, today's the last day, but I don't make the rules. So, all right, guys. Thank you for that question, though. Anything else? I'm surprised y'all weren't chatting as much. That's really hurts me. A lot of times you guys are in there chatting about doing a group meet or something like that. There's no chats, man. Come on. Okay. All right, guys. With that said, thank you for coming tonight. Again, we will be meeting on Tuesday every 3 weeks. So again, we'll be meeting maybe 4 or 5 times throughout the semester, and that's and I will let you know. All right. Anything else? All right. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, guys. I'll see you soon.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
Bye.
Peace.